Finally. Okay, everyone. Let me put this on my holder. Oh my goodness. 4 tries. So annoying. Okay, let me just wait till I could see myself on YouTube. Okay. I can hear myself. I can see myself. Okay. Here is November cards, ladies. I need to grab my coffee. That was way too stressful. I hope everyone is doing well, had a wonderful Thanksgiving. My daughter and granddaughters went to Las Vegas. Thanksgiving was my daughter's birthday, so they went to Las Vegas to see the Titanic exhibit. So I had Thanksgiving with my boyfriend's family, and it was wonderful. His dad cooked. I did a stuffing and a ham, but okay, everyone. Oh my gosh. Just so I can explain, for some reason, whenever I go to record, I'm in horizontal, but then it starts showing it vertical. So I have to stop, delete, redo, stop, delete, redo. Okay, we're going to start with this card. This one has the most pieces. So I'm going to set these aside. But for my birthday, I got myself a computer. My boyfriend, me honey bunny, got me a new camera. So I just need to get a microphone and a new thing to hold my camera and figure out how to use it. So then I could make videos instead of trying to stream videos here on YouTube. Okay. I tell you, it's frustrating every month, and it makes me second guess what I'm doing, and I'm doing everything correctly. So my daughter gave me these little bags that she had for some reason. But anyways, I put all of our little bits and pieces in here because there were so many, mainly this little centerpiece for the bow. Had I not put it and contained it in something, I'm pretty sure it would have been lost, which is this little piece right there. Okay, let me just make sure I can hear myself before I... Okay. All right. Let's start by building our pieces so we can get them ready to put on our card, because the card itself is going to go together very easily. So let's open this up. Make sure you don't lose your little piece to your bow. Okay. So when cutting the candy canes, you cut, these two pieces out together. So I did a white and red candy cane because I needed both of the pieces. So one's going to go together like that, and one is going to go together like that. So, as some of you may know, I'm having my house painted. I started it was a week ago Monday. It was supposed to take a week. We had some rain. So that delayed it a few days, but they broke some tiles and well, I had to have wood replaced on the trim. I had to have the wood replaced around my chimney. They broke tiles. And I'm being a little bit picky because it's my roof. So today, I think it's the last day. And I will be posting pictures on my Facebook page for those of you that have me on Facebook. So that goes together like that. Just putting a little bit of glue. So for my birthday, thank you to everyone that wished me a happy birthday and sent me a card. I had a few of my besties over. Well, these four, I was just missing one. She lives in Utah, but so we got together and put together a Christmas card kit that Stampin' Up has, which is currently on back order. I put all of them together except for one, but I'll show them to you at the end here. I was going to do a kit together here in my house. So the candy and then obviously the swirl go together to make our little peppermint. Then we have a little bit of gumdrops. Now I stamped the gumdrops lightly just to give it a little bit of dimension. I didn't want to be super dark tone on tone. Put our little embellishments to the side. Now, if you want to make this a girl, you're going to glue it together in the way that I'm going to show you. If you want to make it a boy and make it a bow tie, we're just going to glue the center piece of the bow down. Get my take your pick tool like this. So I'm going to do it this way first so you could see. So we're just picking up and putting the center in it like so. So if you want to make your gingerbread a boy, you're just going to put it like so. But if you want to make it a girl, then you're going to put your ribbon tails on. Which I just added a little bit of glue to the back, which would probably be easier if you added it to your ribbon tail because I didn't get it in the right spot. So add the glue to the top of your ribbon tail. And then add your bow to it, like so. And I have not forgotten about drawing names for my birthday month. I only did 1 week so far. It was just so much going on with this house that I was stressed out. Okay, so let's just put our pieces together. That's all the gluing. Now we could put our card together. I need to take another sip of coffee. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. So this set, I use so many different stamps. Stampin' Up! Does not have a good stamp set with greetings this year. So I had to pull from some that were last year's. But the die set, there's a lot of dies to the stamp set. And the die that cuts out the gingerbread is actually 2 parts and it folds. It has a little indentation here to put a crease in your cards so you can fold it. This is just so I cut them in half. This is the new container for the die that it came in, but I have my stamp set in it. My stamp set came in, well, this isn't the new container for the dies. This is the dies, the container that the dies come in. The stamp set came in a DVD case. It was not part of the new packaging. Anyhow, so you have a cut on your gingerbread, but your candy cane is going to cover it like this. So, okay, let's just assemble, shall we? This piece, this long piece here, it's 6 inches long. That goes on your envelope. This piece that's 4 inches by 1 inch and then 4 inches by 3 inches, these go on your card front. This little 1/2 inch strip goes on the inside of your card. And you have a circle, you have a piece for the inside. So let's go ahead and glue down our inside. I'm going to go ahead just to make things go a little bit quicker. Use my adhesive. So we're just going to center this the best we can on the inside. I used the greeting for the inside of my card that comes from Homemade Treats, which is a new set. It's beginning to taste like Christmas. For the inside greeting of this card. Okay. So it's going to be a challenge and a learning curve for me to figure out how to record real videos. So this is just going to go across the white portion of our card. You put top, bottom. And again, you know, I like to leave a little bit of a border at the bottom. So now the inside is almost done because whatever candy cane you don't use, you're going to put on the inside. So I'll show you. So I'm going to start gluing the front here. I mean, you don't have to put the other candy cane on the inside. You could put it on the outside of your card. This envelope. Okay, so we're just going, you're gonna put, um, you're gonna line up the sides and the bottom to where they're relatively equal distance for this piece. And then the top part, it's just, I have the back side of it showing on mine. You can put the top part like so. It's completely up to you. I liked the little bit of contrast in the paper. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to line the top and the sides so they're about equal. Our greeting circle gets glued down. Directly. And it's going to kind of overhang our designer series paper a tad. But you kind of want to have it offset your greeting because a gingerbread boy or girl, however you choose, is a little on the large side. You might want to dry fit before you glue. So I am going to put dimensionals on the back of our little girl here. I'm making mine a girl. Put the pin in my glue so it doesn't dry. So I got quite a bit of my Christmas shopping. I was off this week. Really 3 days, right? Because we had Thursday and Friday off for the holiday. And I worked a couple hours though from home here, just to kind of keep my, get orders entered that needed to go in. And just to kind of keep a little control over my salesman that I assist. He had a baby on the 11th, so I'm helping. It was just, didn't want him to feel super overwhelmed. Okay, now we're going to decorate. Going to add a little bit of glue here to the bow. And I'm going to put her bow on her head. And then you're going to choose whichever candy cane you want to use. I mean, you don't even have to use the candy cane. You can use the peppermint if you want to put the peppermint in your gingerbread's hand. You could do that and put the candy cane kind of off on the side here. But I'm going to keep with mine. So I put a little bit of glue on her. So then it gave me the opportunity to arrange the candy cane without making too big of a mess in the position I wanted it. And then we're going to go ahead and I have this peppermint glued down. Rest of the stuff is just glued down. The only thing popped up is the gingerbread. Then I'm going to put my peppermint here. And then I just drizzled the gumdrops kind of where I would have put maybe an embellishment. And I put opposite colors, like you get one big and one small of each color. So I put a big and a small and a big and a small of the opposite colors. Hopefully that makes sense. Just make sure your stamped portion of your gumdrop is um, facing up. So got that one facing out. Gonna do this one facing in. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And then we're just gonna put our little doohickeys on. So I used 2 on these little peppermints on her tummy. You could put 2, you could put 3. And then I put 1 up here. And then you have 2 green and 1 whatever color this is. I don't know what color this is. And you're just going to scatter them wherever you want. I'm just going to stay with the way I did it, like so. And then if you choose to put your other candy cane inside, you know, you could put it down at the bottom. You could put it up here. I went ahead and put it at the top. You don't have to use it on this project at all. You can use it on something else that you're creating. Alrighty. Now we have to bring in some Wink of Stella. So I did not go crazy. I just added a little bit of shimmer to the tops of the gumdrops to make it look a little bit like the sugar that is on the gumdrops in real life, right? And then for her bow, I didn't want to overwhelm the bow with glitter. So I just flicked it from the center out. And I kind of liked the way that came out. So I'm just flicking with the very tip of my brush from the center of the bow outward. And it just added just a little bit of shimmer. And I did the same for the tail. And then I did color the inside of the knot. Then let's glue this on to our envelope. And this card is finished. So it's going to overhang your envelope from on the sides. The only reason why it's this small is because I ran out of this paper. And this paper is from, it's a 6x6 pack. It's the Christmas Tags and More 6x6. So this is all that I have left. I meant to order a second package of paper, but I didn't get it in time. Well, I didn't get it ordered in enough time. So, but I think the little strip is fine. So, because I went to the edge, you're going to kind of round your corners and you trim it. And there you go. Card number 1. Alrighty. Put my glue. So there's card number 1. Isn't she cute? I just love gingerbread. My kitchen is in gingerbread. And then I have a little pencil tree on my stair landing. My friend Vivian, I bought some ribbon from Hobby Lobby because all of their Christmas stuff has been 50% off. Excuse me, I need to take another drink of coffee. So I bought some ribbon that has gingerbread. She made me bows for my tree. Okay. So this card was not originally how I designed it, but I had to improvise, although you would never know, only I know. I didn't have enough of this paper. I thought I cut enough, and when I'm packaging the cards, you know, I sort everything out and however many pile of kits that I'm doing, and I thought I had cut enough. And I'm starting to put the cards in the little envelopes, and I'm like, where did the other pile of this paper go? Well, I didn't have enough. So I had to cut the paper in half, and I used it in the middle of these this paper. Okay, so you have one. This is the gold and olive ribbon. You're going to cut this one in half. Because we're going to wrap it around our card twice. Just like that. And then you have this piece here. It's going to go on the inside, but it's going to go on the side of your card. You have this is a set from last year. I think it's still online. Something greetings. Traditional labels is what it's called. And I gold embossed. You have 3 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 4, I believe. Yep. 2 that have this diamond looking design, and then 1 that has, I don't know what this is. this greenery. And then you have 2 half-inch strips, 3/4-inch strips, and these are gonna go in the center. You have 2 red and 3 gold embellishments. I thought we should do 5 on this card. The red, they only come in, for the sizes, they only come in 2s for each size. So you have a red layer and you have a piece for the inside of your card. So let's go ahead and adhere the inside piece. So this is a top folding card. So they're going to be replacing my water heater. So on top of all of this, my water heater decides to take a poop. You know, like everything else. I mean, my water heater's been on the fritz for a while. But man, I didn't go through my home warranty because, oh, and then you have a strip for your envelope. Because they would just send a guy out to light it. It would stay lit for who knows how long. And then it would go out again. I would call them 2 days later, 3 days later, they come out and light it. So they would just keep playing that. I paid for somebody to come out and look at it. And he said, this water heater is old. You need to replace it. It's going to keep going out on you. And one day it's not going to light. So this last time, Rudy came over to light it for me because I couldn't light it. My daughter couldn't light it. So we're going to take these strips and we're going to line them on the outer edge. Well, he watched a YouTube video to clean, I don't know, some part in there using a dollar bill because it's got enough grit to remove this dust or whatever that's built up on whatever. And it worked. So it's been lit, but it needs to be replaced. Now I have this huge ass, excuse me, didn't mean to say that. This huge, oh, we're not gluing it to the green. Sorry, we're gluing it to the red, gluing it to the red, gluing it to the red. We're just going to line it up with just a smidge of red showing. And we're just going to make sure that our top, bottom, and sides are equal. Okay. Anyways, so I have this huge water heater sitting in my garage. My garage is full of stuff anyways. Oh, it's just a mess. Anyways. So we're going to put down the end pieces first. I almost messed it up because I'm jibber jabbering. Again, trying to make it even with the other side, lining up, making sure we have about equal distance. And then this one we could just place in the center and lining up the top and bottom and kind of giving us the same amount of space in between. Like so. So they're replacing the water heater today. Then I have to pray that the trash people will take my water heater if I call them. Now this piece here is going to glue down in the center You could do it the center, you could do the edge. Um, you can do the inside piece. Yeah, that kind of looks good. But oh well, I'm just going to stay with what I did, I guess. It kind of looked kind of good right there, like that. Anyhow, so I have a lot going on here. Because I was having the house painted, I had to put all my fall stuff away, so I decorated for Christmas the week of my birthday. So my birthday was on the 22nd, so that was a Friday. So that week is when they started painting. They were supposed to be done that Friday, but we had rain. Okay, so we have our pieces glued down. Now my tape is not close by, so I'm going to use a glue dot. But all we're going to do is take our ribbon and wrap it around. Now, if you look closely, it's more gold on one side than the other. So on this piece, I used one of each side. I used the golder piece and then the not so gold piece. So you do however you choose. So I'm going to just use a glue dot because, like I said, I don't have my tape close by. So we're just going to wrap it around the bottom portion. Oops. Like so, making sure it's straight. This is where I have a hard time seeing straight. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do one of each side. This ribbon is so pretty. Um, oh my gosh. I will have to share on my Facebook page. I got, well, first of all, I got a few homemade items for my birthday. And man, oh man, they are so special. So my boyfriend's daughter, she is into making lap quilts. So we're going to glue this down onto our green card base. And she made, I'm going to have to show a picture, but she made me a quilt. So there's just going to be a little bit of green showing around our card here. Just trying to line it up. Um, Anyway, she made me a quilt. She used, because everyone knows I love Winnie the Pooh. So she used Pooh fabric, but in the stars that she made on this quilt, she used pieces from her kids' baby blankets or clothing, baby blankets, and she used to add it in there. And oh my gosh, I cried like a baby. And then that was my boyfriend's daughter. And then my boyfriend's mom made me 2 aprons with different Winnie the Pooh fabric. She is so fantastic at making, oh, I'm not using glue dots, I'm using pop-ups. Where did I put them? Oh, they're right here in front of me. So this here is going to pop up on your ribbon. But try to make it, put your dimensionals pretty close to the edge so some of your dimensional can catch the paper, because it'll be loose if it's just on your ribbon. So she made me 2 Winnie the Pooh aprons. And then my friend Ray, oh my gosh, she made me an album. Oh, it's all Winnie the Pooh, classic Pooh. Oh my God, it's so pretty. It is so pretty, 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 pretty. So it's going to pop up like that. Yeah. I love. And then my friend Vivian got me this super cute gingerbread man cookie jar. So we're just going to, sorry, I'm not even in frame. So we're going to set this kind of in the center there. So by putting the dimensionals close to the edge, you catch some of the paper. Otherwise, it would just kind of float on that ribbon. And then we're just going to put down, put our little dimensions down. Now these little gold ones are kind of hard to pick up. They're really super flat. And I'm just going to, stay with how I put them down originally. So doing those. And I did the third one there. And I put a red one here. And then we're going to put this on the inside of our card. If you choose, you may not like the way it looks. You don't have to. But I am putting it down like so. And then I just put Merry Christmas on the inside. Sending love and joy. Merry Christmas. Love, Tanya. Now, on my sample envelope, because I ran out of this paper, I had to use this one. But you guys have this one to go on your envelope. And I did just a strip across. So on the envelope flaps, if you're going to mail them especially, you want to make sure you got them glued down really good. Oh, no. Oh, it's not even the right size. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we just need to center it on the inside of our envelope. Oh my goodness. This paper was a jinx to me. All right. So it's going to look like that, which still looks cute. It's still embellishing your envelope. Sorry, ladies. So this is card number 2. Okay, card number 3. Oh my gosh, this paper is so beautiful. OMG. It is so beautiful. One side of every sheet of paper has gold foiling, and it makes you not want to use the other side of the paper. It is so pretty. So this is the new Real Red ribbon. We have a strip of this. We're just going to wrap it around. So just kind of rub your nail across it to help take out the creases. You have 2 1/2-inch strips. You have this, I know, is long enough for your envelope. That is for your envelope. This smaller piece is for the inside of your card. You have a piece for your sentiment, and I have this stamped wishing you and yours. That came from one of the newer ones, I think. No, this sentiment, because like I said, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a very good selection of sentiments this year, so I took that one from last year that has the polar bear on it. And I had the Christmas ones that were sparkly like this that Stampin' Up! Has, which I don't remember the name of them because I can't find them. So these are from the Druzy collection. This is your Secret C. This embossing folder is from Close to My Heart. I never used it except for on these cards. So I never bought Stampin' Ups because I had one that was so similar from Close to My Heart. So I used that one. This is Secret C. This is Cloud Cover. Your card base is Secret C. And then you have a piece that goes on the inside. And I have this one stamped A Season of Wonder and Happiness, also from that stamp set that has the polar bear on it, which I don't know if that's still available. So I'm going to go ahead and put the inside down like so. I love gingerbread, but I really love the way this card came out because I really love this paper. So you can use the Secret C backside for the inside of your card, but why when you have that beautiful gold foiled piece? And if you hear my dog crying, it's not because she's hurt, it's because my boyfriend is out in the garage, and that is the love of her life. He is the love of her life. Okay, look at that. Isn't that magnificent? I just love this paper. I'll have to share it to you with you guys at the end because I only cut up well, 1.5 sheets of paper for this card for everyone. Yeah, because it's that beautiful. It is so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Okay, I need to put my envelope aside. Now we're going to take our cloud cover and we're going to glue it to a piece of these gold pieces here. You can make them as thin or as thick as you want to go on the front of your card. I only did it where it's like not even 1/4 of an inch showing. So I just found it easier for myself just to add glue to one strip and then kind of take the gold and line it up the way I like it. And I did exactly what I didn't want to do, and that's get glue on the gold foiling. But luckily that will be covered. I just want a little bit of the gold to show. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Carefully, trying not to get the glue on the gold foiling that will be showing. And then I'm going to give it a good press. And at this point, if there's any of the gold that hangs over, you want to trim it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and build on this piece here, which is our embossed. This is just glued straight down. I need have a clog. And you want to be a little bit generous with your glue only because you're going on an embossed piece and you need to let the glue capture, hold in the grooves here. So I did maybe about 1 inch from the bottom to my gold foiling. So it's like closer, it's not quite centered across, meaning top and bottom. And it should go side to side. And then I'm going to varnish the back like so. Then we're going to take our red ribbon, and again, it's got a right side and a wrong side. So I want to have the satiny part showing. So I'm going to take a glue dot. If you have tape, you just need to tape it to the back. And then about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, the gold, right? About 1/4 of an inch, I'm just going to wrap it around. You want to put it tight, but not so tight that it's going to bow your paper, like so. And then we're going to glue it to the back. And because my glue is giving me trouble, I'm going to go ahead and use the Stampin' Seal. Do any of you use the Stampin' Seal? It's some sticky stuff. And that's not even the plus one. Oh my goodness, the plus one is like super strong. Okay, so this gets centered, and you're going to have just like 1/8 of an inch of the unembossed Secret C border, like so. Okay. And then this will get glued down. But let's cut out our flowers first so you could dry fit before you glue your sentiment piece down. So we're just going to cut around the greenery and the flowers the best you can. This is the designer series paper, so it's relatively smooth cutting. But man, if you don't have this paper, you need to add it to your collection because it is so pretty. They do have a package that has the stickers, cardstock stickers for scrapbooking. I did order that one, but it has not arrived yet because Stampin' Up! Is having a Black Friday sale going on right now. But many of you that take these classes are not my customers, so but you may know that there is a Black Friday sale going on where their Stampin' Blends and select adhesive and select cardstock was on sale while supplies last, of course. And I got on first thing, and already stuff was disappearing out of my cart. So I while I think those sales are great, I find them very discouraging because, you know, stuff sells out before you even get an opportunity to check out. So I'm going to be using all my glasses. At the end, I'll show you a couple cards that I created with the scraps left over from a couple of these cards that I created. Oh, much better. And so I'll be glad when I can get my outside of my house cleaned up. Oh my gosh. I am not one for home renovations. I tell you, the anxiety level on was off the chart. And just so you know, the reason why I'm using Secret C, which is this dark blue, is if you notice in the greenery, um, there's a little bit of Secret C in there. But this paper is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Poinsettias remind me of my mom. She loved poinsettias at Christmas. So I am drawn to poinsettias. Me personally, I mean, I love flowers, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say that they're a super beautiful flower, but I enjoy them because my mom did. And if anyone has a Sam's Club membership, they have the biggest poinsettia plants I have ever seen for only $18. Oh my God, these things are huge. Huge. So I bought 2 of them to put by my front door. I can't have the poinsettias on the inside of the house because I have a cat that likes to nibble on everything. Well, she's not my cat, she's my daughter's cat. And my granddaughter has a young puppy. So, as you know, poinsettias are very toxic. So I figured the wild animals, the bunnies outside, know not to eat poinsettias, so they won't eat them. And I've never seen a stray cat, really. I don't think I've seen people post stray cats, but or their cats walking around outside, but I don't think very many people have outdoor cats around here because there's coyotes and snakes. Almost done, almost done. I know you guys are not fans of fussy cutting, but man, it's worth it. It is worth it for this paper. So I am not a very big technology fan, but man, I hope I figure out this recording stuff. I would like to record a video without having to do a live video. I would like to be able to use my computer to add the, the description stuff. Okay, now we're going to flip these over and we're going to add some dimension to these. And I'm adding quite a bit just because I want it to be nice and sturdy. I need my mini dimensionals, but I don't know what I do with them. So I'm just trying to take a dimensional and put it, kind of where it's got a leaf It'll just add stability to it. I know this is overkill on dimensionals, but it's going to be worth it. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then probably add one there. Like I said, I needed my minis, but I don't know what I did with them. So I'm just going to add 2 right there. Okay. So we're just going to dry fit. You don't want your leaves hanging off the edge of your card. Okay. So that's kind of how I'm going to put it. So then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So I want my flower to cover the edge there. So I need to pick up my card so I could straighten this out. Okay. I'm going to take off my dimensionals. Okay. Yeah, I like it better this way. So the edge of my flower is coming to the edge there. There we go. So it's not hanging off, but it's covering the edge of my paper. Oh my God, I love this one. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one. You'll either have 1 leaf or 2 leaves. I don't know. I just cut out a single flower. Your main poinsettia may be pink. Your main be red. So do I want it to go that way or this way? That's good. That's good for me. Okay, and then we're going to, now just so you know, these are really bulky, these druzy gems here. I'm just going to kind of put it in these little open spots. They're kind of bulky, so it's going to add a little bit of dimension to your envelope if you mail this card. So you might want to put a little piece of cardstock over it, but then one of your cheaper cardstocks. And that's it. So let's put this on our envelope. And then we are done. And I am going to leave a little bit of a edge at the end of my card, like so. Snip the ends. You hear that dog? She's ridiculous. And when I say she's in love with him, I am not kidding. It's ridiculous. Look at how pretty that envelope is. Oh, he's grinding. Oh my gosh. There's our cards. See, that one's pink. This one's red. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, so let's bring in our cards here. Let me close off my glue. Throw it in there. So this is one card. This was our second card. And oh, look at how cute she is. I really like the way these came out, even though this wasn't part of my original design. But anyways, so I'll show you. So this paper pack has die cuts, a sheet, 4 sheets of die cuts that come in the cards. So that's what I used on a couple of these. So this was the original design of this one, where it had it wide right here. But I had to improvise because I didn't have enough of that paper. So I went ahead and I added just one ribbon across with the bow, a banner, Snap Merry Christmas, and this was a die that I popped up. A cardinal also reminds me of my mom. I didn't do the insides yet. So yeah, so that's that card. And then I had a whole bunch of squares of paper left over from the gingerbread. So I lined up these different squares. I don't know if you could see. I just left a little bit of a border. I just went around a piece of 4x5, I guess it is, cardstock. I just knotted. I used the jar set. I stamped those. I added a little bit of shimmer to the cookies and to the bow of the gingerbread. I offset. So that's that card. And this is a side folding card, and I have not done anything on the inside. And then this one, I just had scraps of red, and this is the other piece of paper that goes to this set with the plaid and this greenery. It's this, and on the back of it has cut aparts. No, it doesn't. I don't even know what's on the back side of that one. Maybe it does. Yeah. So on the back side of that one has this that you can use. And then I'll show you what the dies look like. So they're laser cut. So I took a greenery out of there. So you get these little pieces that easily fall out to help make cards. So obviously with the 6x6, it's geared for card making rather than scrapbooking. But so that's what I did. I put a little bit of shimmer on the poinsettia. But anyways, thank you everyone. No cards in December. I'll do sign up for January, and hopefully have a new recording system in place. And I've got some new stuff that will be released in January coming in next week. I do not express shipping because it's pointless to me. But yeah, thank you everyone. I hope you like these cards. I will be posting the winners for the second and third week of November. I did not do a fourth week because I was just in renovation nightmare. Oh my God, these painters were so messy. It was giving me so much anxiety. It was just too much. All right. Any questions? Message me. Please actually, you know what? For the fourth winner for November, you leave a comment on this video and do a thumbs up on this video. I will enter you into a drawing. I don't know what I'm giving away yet, but I will go through it. It'll be a Stampin' Up item. So yeah, please like this video and leave a comment on this video here on YouTube. And I will draw the fourth winner for the birthday month giveaway. All right, ladies, enjoy. Have a great, wonderful holiday and have fun making these cards. Take care. Bye, everyone.